Hey guys, so I'm here with Jennifer at our urban playground.
Hi.
And she's a mom and she wants to learn how to skateboard, and she had all these questions about what to buy, what it is, and I figured, you know, probably some other people have questions about what to buy and what all the little things of a skateboard are.
Like the holes,
Yeah,
the
like
wheels,
everything.
and the stuff.
So that's something that's important because when you go to a store, you kind of need to know what to get, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I tried to go to Sports Basement and they didn't have skateboards.
Understood. You got to support your local skate shop. It's very specific.
Okay.
Cool, so this is what is referred to as the deck.
Okay.
And it is just the wood part. And
So it doesn't come with like the scrapey part?
right, the scrapey part's not on there. That's called grip tape.
Okay.
And I'll go over a couple of like the very specific details of this board, just so you know. So obviously you have one end here and that ramps up, and that's for the reason of being able to go like that.
Yeah.
And it's on, this side is referred to as the nose.
Okay.
So the nose is always in front and the tail is always in the back.
They look exactly the same to me.
They do. And usually you can tell from the graphic because the graphic will be the nose on top and the tail on the bottom, right?
Okay.
So you can see from that.
Oh, I see.
But the other way to
So-
tell, and it is kind of hard, is the nose is always, generally it's bigger and it's more round,
Okay.
which it might be hard for you to tell. And the tail's a little bit smaller, so a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger.
Cool.
So some people will make a mark on their grip tape so they can tell which one is the nose, so they know they're riding the nose every time.
Okay.
Cool, and then the most important thing.
Why does it help to ride the nose, though? Like, why does it help? How does it, you know,
benefit you?
science-wise, help that?
Well, a couple different reasons. So first of all, I mean, the nose is just bigger, but also, and which doesn't really matter that much, but you kind of, especially when you start doing tricks and you're sliding your foot up, it's good to have the nose up here because it'll just be a wider surface to catch your foot.
Okay.
The other reason is your trucks, which are these metal pieces right here,
Okay.
and they turn like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this one not as much.
push it down like
I'm
that.
just not strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, this one, well, that's a good point. So this one is my back truck, on more close to the tail, and this is the front truck more close to the nose. And for me, my front truck is more tight.
Okay.
Not necessarily on purpose, but it's just the way it is, and that's the way I've gotten used to it.
Alright.
So if I flip this around, it's going to be different, and riding the board is going to feel weird because this truck is tighter than this one.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so when you get, your trucks are also going to bend a certain way because the majority of your weight is on your heels. So your trucks are going to bend easier that way.
Interesting.
So if you flip it around and then you go, all of a sudden you're like, something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So that's another reason to always know which side is the nose.
Okay.
Cool, so the most important thing when you're purchasing a board is actually the width here.
It's not the color.
It's, well, you know, the color is cool for when you like need to look cool, for sure.
Okay.
But no, it's not the color, especially not the color on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this one's green, but it's about to be covered with black grip tape, right?
Okay.
So the width this way. So this one is 7.75, and it's 7.75 inches across.
All right.
So you can kind of get a feel of how big your feet are, and you might want to get, usually people ride an 8, which is a little wider, which gives you a little more room. So, you know, whatever feels more comfortable, you can see the size of your foot.
Yeah.
I get a lot of questions about, kids will write me and say, I'm a size 8 shoe. What size of board should I get? Or I'm a size 10. What size of board?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like an exact science behind like, you're a size, because I'm a size 10 and I ride a 7.75. But most people who are a size 10 would ride an 8.
Is it like it's a preference?
It's a preference.
Okay.
That's right.
What's the range that they do? Does it like go down to like 6-inch boards all the way up to what's the smallest and the biggest, do you know?
It goes down from about 7.5 to about 8.5.
Okay.
And 8.5 is just enormous. But once
It's like a surfboard.
it's like a surfboard.
Okay.
And when you're trying to do a flip trick like that, and you're trying to flip a surfboard, it's like, whoa, it's so hard. So that's why it's important to get a good balance between like not super wide. Cool.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Do you have any questions on the deck?
No.
Okay, cool.
I don't think so.
Nice. That's probably the most important part, is just choosing a proper deck.
Okay.
Now, one question.
What do decks normally run?
So this deck is about $45 to $50.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Okay.
And keep in mind, that's just for the piece of wood.
Okay.
So if you spend $45 on the board and then $5 on grip tape, so for just the board, it's $50.
Okay.
And I get the question also a lot, because a lot of people will go to Walmart or Kmart or Target, and they will ask, what's the difference between the Walmart, Kmart, Target board, which you can get a complete for maybe $50.
Oh, so like the whole board with the wheels and all of your stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure on how much it is. It might be 75 bucks. I don't know exactly, but a lot of them are just made very cheap. And instead of metal trucks, there'll be plastic trucks.
Oh.
The wheels don't roll very well.
Like this made out of plastic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just tell that that's not gonna,
it wouldn't last you very long.
it wouldn't last you very long.
Yeah.
And the wood is just cheaper, and they break a lot. So that's why.
It'd be a bummer if you were skating and then it broke.
Yeah, it's definitely a bummer. A lot of people break boards, actually a lot.
Okay.
So.
I haven't broken a board yet.
No, you probably won't be breaking a board anytime soon. We gotta get, yeah. Okay, cool, so that's the deck.
Okay.
And so the grip tape is, I mean, it's just, like you can feel, it's basically sandpaper that sticks on your board like a sticker.
Okay.
And that's
this
that.
is at skate shops, the sandpaper
Yes.
stuff. Okay.
That's right. And usually at the skate shop, they'll put it on for you. Okay, cool. So that's the deck, and now into the trucks.
Why are they called trucks?
That is a great question. I have no idea. They just are.
We need a dictionary.
We do need a dictionary.
Okay.
So just the metal part that hold the wheels on, they're called trucks because they just are. And the different parts are, so these like squishy things in the middle, they're called bushings.
These are called bushings?
Yeah, these are bushings. And why they're called bushings, I'm not sure, but they're just like a squishy, gummy thing.
Okay.
So that when you turn, this turns. And that's pretty much all there is to it. All the bolts always go on the inside.
All right.
So oftentimes a new skater will put the bolt on, like flip it this way and put the truck facing the same way. And you've never like felt the skateboard act more weird.
Does it like go all over the place?
Like you try to turn this way and it turns the other way. It's just the weirdest
scary.
thing. So that's
like
why.
riding a horse wrong.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so that's the trucks. Those are pretty self-explanatory.
Yes.
They just hold the wheels on.
Okay.
And then the wheels are.
You did a video about wheels, or you're doing something with a certain wheel company right now. Who's that wheel?
Yeah, so I have a new wheel sponsor. It's called Force Wheels, and they just make awesome wheels. And there's not a lot to know about wheels, but I guess the main thing to know is there's different hardnesses. So these ones are pretty hard. They're like, the rating is like 100A.
Okay.
And as the number gets lower, the wheels get softer.
Why, like what would be the different purposes for softer wheels versus harder wheels for different things that you're doing?
So a harder wheel slides better on the ground, and they're better for tricks because they don't bounce as much.
Okay.
But a softer wheel, like when you get on a longboard, they all have really soft wheels.
So that's like I have, my husband's son skates all over San Francisco, and he has a longboard.
Yeah.
And it's his commute.
Right.
He uses it. So he has like these big, soft wheels. So
Yeah.
that would be, okay.
So one push and he'll go really far, and it'll be a nice smooth ride.
Nice.
Whereas one push on this, and you're any kind of like gravel or any rough surface, and you feel everything. It's like, and
So I might be more of a long.
you might be more of a softer wheels.
I'm a soft wheel person.
Yeah, that's right. So probably for you, like an 83 is like a good kind of wheel.
Okay.
So know that when you go to the skate shop.
Good.
Cool, then the last thing on here is just the inside of the wheel has these little ball bearings, and it's just the metal inside the wheel that you basically just pop them in there. You put the bearing on the axle of the truck, and then you just smash the wheel onto it, and it pops the bearing inside of that wheel.
Okay. And then you put these screws on?
And then you put the screws back on.
Okay. Is there any maintenance that you need to do with this? Like, do you do any, once you kind of set your whole board up, do you have to do anything to it?
Well, like here, check out the inside of that. Look how dirty that is.
Yeah.
So you could take that off and pull those bearings out and clean it.
Okay.
And I did make a full video on how to clean it. Personally, I just never clean anything. I just kind of like, all right, it's dirty.
I never clean my house either.
Yeah.
You know? So like,
buy a new house.
Yeah, buy a new house. Laundry to buy new clothes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of time.
All right, cool.
So
this is like your deck,
yeah, and this one's pretty beat
your
up.
trucks,
Right?
your wheels,
Right?
your bolts,
Good?
and your ball bearings.
That's right.
Okay. Woohoo! I passed the test.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I always have kids just get familiar with their boards. Like on the first full-length tutorial video I made, the first chapter is like, here's your board and all the parts, get familiar with it.
Yeah.
So then they know what it is and they don't have any confusions. Good, you got any other questions on the board or anything about it?
No.
Do you feel like you could go into a skate shop and make like a good buy of your first skateboard?
I think so. Like
Yeah?
I could talk to the person and I'd be like, hey, you know, I need like a softer wheel and here's how big my feet are. So I think I need a 7.75 wide.
Maybe an
and
8.
Maybe an 8. Probably like, can you test it in skate shops?
Sure.
Yeah, get on it and then put the sticky stuff on for me, like that.
Yeah?
Do all that.
And then end every sentence with the word bro.
Bro.
Like, bro, I was thinking bro, and then just throw it all over there.
Good. So I go, brah? Did I say brah?
Lance prefers bra.
So I go and I'll go, hey brah, I want to buy a skateboard and I'm like really famous on YouTube, so you should give it to me for free, but I will give you some money maybe. Like that?
Bra.
Brah.
Yeah, there you go. And then they'll respond to you really well as long as it's, when you say bra, they'll go, oh, right.
Okay,
I
good.
got what
Okay.
you're
I'll
saying.
say, hey brah, so I need a bra? It's like a bra. No, never mind.
Lance? Bruh.
Bruh. So it's spelled B-R-U-H. Okay, so I say, hey bruh, I need a board and I don't want to get my fingers dirty, so put the sticky stuff on for me and I want it on sale.
That's right. And then buy one for all of your children.
All of my kids.
That's right.
And helmets and knee pads and elbow pads
Right. All the protective gear.
for all my kids.
So thanks a lot for Jennifer for coming out.
Sure.
She has her own blog. It's Our Urban Playground, and you definitely need to check out her YouTube channel, Jennifer Latch.
Please.
So click right there to subscribe. Click right there to subscribe to Braille, and then leave a comment below and like the video, and leave a comment for Lance.
Yeah, talk to Lance. Lance needs more comments.
And you can also follow Jennifer's Instagram at
Our Urban Play.
Thanks for watching. We're out.